All right, how's it going, everybody? Let me know in the chat if I'm live on to make sure everyone could file in for any ads or anything played. Make sure you guys are all in and liking what you saw. So let me know if I'm in there. I currently have it muted behind me, but the post race broadcast is back there. So if anything happens too wild, I'll be able to let you know. But what'd you think of what'd you think of it? What'd you think of the race? Overall, I have the poll up right now. We currently have 406 votes in the first 5 minutes. Good stuff there. So be sure to vote on the poll. We'll let everybody kind of file in right now. Um, so I'm just getting a text real quick. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm looking at everybody saying that they're pretty happy with it. I see 48 Waffles saying 50 times better than last year's Snooze Fest. I agree. I was at the race last year. I thought it was pretty boring personally. I think this one was awesome. This is a return to form for Michigan. Uh, I'll say this straight up. I think this was the best Michigan race since the repave in 2012, objectively. Objectively. Y'all know my favorite is Junior's win that I was at. I will never have a race beat that one. Uh, but objectively, this was a great race. I gave it like a 9 out of 10 in my opinion. Um, so, by the way, click that like button. We got we got over 160 watching, only 30 likes. Let's get some more likes on this. First super chat of the day from Oh Baby for 5. I wonder what people will say about Bubba tomorrow. I can see people saying that NASCAR will let him finish second. No, he ran a good race. He had a fast rocket ship car in qualifying, got the pole. You know, they fell off in the middle of the race, and I think that's what cost him. If he was up front the way that a lot of these other guys were, I mean, Kevin Harvick was in the top 10 for most of the day. Um, I think that if Bubba was the same way, I think he would have been at least closer at the end. I think that battle between Larson and Logano is what cost him a chance. He had about an even car with Harvick, but it is what it is. I see a lot of people really happy right now. Um, Austin Hill got 18th. Yeah, let's get let's see it top about the 200 mark on viewers, and then I'll go over what the finishing order of the race was. Again, very solid race. A lot of comers and goers. A lot of people who were up front that's not normally up front. So, you know, your favorite driver might have been running up front all day and finished in the 20s, or been running in the 20s all day and finished in the top 10. So let's go right into this one here. Winning the race is Kevin Harvick. He's the 15th different driver to qualify for the playoffs, meaning we have one spot left. After that, we got Bubba Wallace in P2. Denny Hamlin charges up to third after his penalty. Joey Logano in fourth. And then we got in fifth, Ryan Blaney. Martin Truex Jr. sixth. Kyle Larson seventh. Eric Jones in eighth. Alex Bowman with a solid top 10 in ninth. Good way to stop his skid he's had. And then finishing 10th in his third career race, top 10 for Ty Gibbs. Wow. I tweeted it earlier. Noah Gragson liked to tweet. The Ty Gibbs and Noah Gragson had been impressing. And I got to say, that is impressive. Gibbs, in my opinion, was a top 5 car. Things didn't go right with cautions, but he easily could have been a top 5 guy today. But top 10 still really impressive to see. I see people asking, do I think 16 winners now? I'm still saying no. I'm saying no till I'm proven wrong, which has been the theme a lot this year. Going down to P11, your points leader, Chase Elliott. In 12th, you got William Byron. Austin Dillon 13th. Ty Dillon 14th. Brad Keselowski 15th. 16th is his teammate Chris Buescher behind him. Justin Haley in 17th. Austin Hill in his first start in Cup in 18th. Then 19th, Corey LaJoie. And 20th, Chase Briscoe. Josh Bilicki with 21st. And Cody Ware, the last car on the lead lap, in 22nd. Finishing one lap down was BJ McLeod in 23rd. Ross Chastain finished a lap down in 24th. We'll talk about him in a bit. Then you got Daniel Suarez 2 laps down in 25th. 26th, you have Christopher Bell -3. Todd Gilliland minus 11 in 27th. Michael McDowell, the final finishing car on track, limping home to a 28th place finish, 13 laps down. The rest of these guys were out today for wrecks or issues with the car. Noah Gragson, 29th. 30th, Tyler Reddick. 31st, Cole Custer with some just terrible luck again. Harrison Burton, 32nd. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 33rd. 34th, Eric Almirola. JJ Yaley, 35th. Kyle Busch, 36th. And in 37th, Austin Cindric finishes last today. So, looking at what you guys are saying in the chat and your thoughts on the race today, Harvick's last win, I don't know. I think Harvick's been a lot faster than people have said. I've been defending Harvick all year on the podcast, and since I started doing these post-race streams about a month ago. So, I'm telling you, like, I think Harvick's more of a threat than people are giving him credit for, and they're peaking at the right time later in the season. I mean, they've been in playoff mode probably the last 5 or 6 weeks and have been doing better. Junior's talking about the closer. Yeah, he is. He is someone who people forget how clutch Kevin Harvick can be. Yeah, I agree. Poor Cindric. That hit was nasty. Thank you, oh baby, for the $5 super chat. I'm assuming you're saying with. So with how Gibbs has done in the first 3 races he's been in, will his grandfather used against Busch to try and get him to re-sign or replace Busch with Ty? I don't think he'll replace him just yet. But hey, you know what? If Kyle doesn't come back, that is a capable driver ready for the 18. Ty Gibbs has proven me and pretty much anyone else wrong who thought he wasn't ready yet. I am insanely impressed with how well he has done so far. I thought Junior did pretty good. I was wondering why they didn't have Rick Allen in the booth, seeing how he was in the grandstands today. But I mean, he did pretty good. By the way, click that like button. We're almost at 300 watching. Got 69 nice likes at the moment. Let's get a little more here. Theory: if Kurt doesn't return, get Ty early. Yeah, get Ty and Cuff next year at this rate. I mean, he's gotten better every week, and I think that's something that is admirable for someone with as little experience with the next gen car as him this far into the season with such a gap in front of him. Marky Mark, all Blaney and Truex fans right now with those nervous emojis. I agree. Looking right now, we have the playoff cut line at the moment. There's just 2 drivers to look at. Ryan Blaney and Martin Truex Jr. are separated by 19 points right now. Next closest is Eric Jones, 190, then 210 back to Eric Almirola, and Bubba Wallace minus 235. I want to put it in perspective for you guys. You can only make up 177 points in the next 3 races minus penalties. So yeah, everybody below Martin Truex Jr. and Ryan Blaney are eliminated from the playoff contention for points. It's win and you're in for all of them. If it wasn't already, it literally is now. I'm not listening to it because it's muted, so I don't get a copyright problem on here. But Bubba looks so dejected on TV. I feel bad for him, but I mean, he ran a great race. This is the best stretch of his career. I've been saying all year, like, people have been like, he's fast and hasn't, been able to close it out. And it's like, yeah, well, close it out. Get some finishes put together. Bubba's put a ton of good finishes together and great runs. And with how fast they've been, like, who knows, Richmond. That might be the place to look at for the 23 before Daytona. They've shown top-tier speed so far. Yeah, play up, bubble, go boom. I'm telling you, somebody else wins. Daytona's going to get nuts anyway. It's going to be insane to watch the cut line there. I hope that if there's 2 of them on the cut line after the next 2 races when they go to Daytona, I am really going to love if they just have a graphic showing the distance the whole race, because that's going to be really fun. Yeah, I could agree. 85% of his unlucky breaks are thanks to his mediocre pit crew, yes. But at the same time, the drivers made some errors too. But the drivers gotten better. I think Booty Barker deserves a lot of praise. He has definitely got that team pulled together. Alley Man 1400. I heard from fellow Twitter users that Harvick got penalized because of fascia tape. Is this true? I doubt it. I don't believe anything on Twitter unless it's from reporters I trust or know. Uh, let's see. Thank you, Blue Jimmy. Yeah, it's a pretty good haircut. I think I'm gonna stick with this one. I look like Thomas Shelby for anyone who watches Peaky Blinders. I actually have I wanted to show it off today, but I actually have a really cool hat right here. I found this online. It's a Canadian Motor Speedway hat. Many of you have been watching the channel for a while know I did a video on it. Um, so I found it online, thought I'd get it. So let's go through some of the stuff with the race, today. Real quick, I'm just making sure that I have all the updates here before I go right into it. Am I go F22 Raptor? I like that name. Are you going to Daytona? Because I'm going. I don't know if I'm going yet. I'll see. Depends on if some things fall into place. If I have to give you a chance, I'd say like 20% chance I'm going. Let's see what we got. Just there we go. All right, good to go. All right, so stage one, starting off. Bubba Wallace, of course, won the pole. That was the big story heading into this race. Race got delayed nearly an hour because of rain. Of course, they moved the start time back about a half hour, so it really got delayed a half hour. Not too awful bad, honestly. Groovy Goose with 199. Do you know how long after the race inspection occurs? A lot of times for the winter, inspection is, I think, within the first 20 to 30 minutes after they get all the pictures and the hat dance and everything done. It'll take a little while. I'm not going to stay on through inspection, is what it is. And by the way, if stuff seems a little sporadic this week, then it's because I'm on vacation. I have pre-made a bunch of videos. Won't be able to stay up to date on everything until about Wednesday. Let's see. So anyway, there's a competition caution, lap 20. Everything was pretty even and chill to that point. The huge thing happened after the competition caution. There was a huge 9-car wreck. Took out guys like Cindric. Took out guys like Kyle Busch. Among others. Took out the front row guys. It was a bad deal because of JJ Yaley, who was noticeably slower than the rest of the front cars, staying out, restarting I think like P9 or P7, and dropping like a rock immediately. Anyway, stage ends. Christopher Bell gets it. Denny Hamlin gets second. Third was Jones. Truex got fourth in the stage, whereas Blaney got 0 stage points. Big thing to look at when it comes to the playoff cut line. Anyway, they go into stage 2, and the young guns start showing up. Ty Gibbs and Noah Gragson both competing up front. Great racing all around, but I gotta say, Ty Gibbs impressed. Noah Gragson racing up front and making moves and getting as high as 3rd position during that run was also amazing to see too. So let's see what else we got here. I'm seeing some updates pop up on my phone. Yeah, I like Darian sent here to me. Bubba being down on himself is sad. 4 straight top 10s with 3 out of the 4 top 5s. Yeah, but I mean, I like that. It's good to see him upset with finishing well and not or great, but not on the top. Like that's what every Bubba fan should want personally. Thank you, Cody, for the 199 system exposed again. P2 and 3 in points missed the playoffs. I'm not a fan of the playoffs overall. It's what we're stuck with though. But yeah, I agree. It does expose it a bit that top guys will miss for guys below 20th in points. But that's just the name of the game. It's what NASCAR wants, and they're going to get their drama in Daytona. That's how it's going to go. Chastain had a lot of he had that uncontrolled tire penalty where 2 of the tires flew off. The crew just was not paying attention, and that was looking pretty bad. But before that, they had a great battle between him, Hamlin, and Bell. Those 3 were probably the best guys all day before Harvick's car came on and Bubba came on at the end. Larson was good up there, but he He made a mistake speeding on pit road, never could get right back up into that top battle again until that restart. And at that point, because of Logano's move, it pretty much took out his chance to win. But looking at some of the others, stage 2 ends. Denny Hamlin gets another stage point, followed by Suarez, Larson, Bell, Keselowski, Jones, Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman, William Byron, and Joey Logano. Looking in the last stage, there was a great battle between the two Trackhouse guys of Suarez and Chastain and Christopher Bell, as well as Denny Hamlin jumping up there and getting involved in it. So pretty good battle there. Pit cycle goes on. Once again, there's a caution halfway through the pit cycle. And I don't care how much you dislike Cindric. How am I blanking on his name? Ross Chastain. God, that was a brain fart. I don't care what you think of Ross Chastain. That was not his fault. That was all William Byron right there. But yeah, then Hamlin has too many men over the wall, makes a mad wild charge to get back up front. But if he doesn't do that, I think he wins this race. Denny Hamlin had one of the top 3 best cars. But the final restart comes. Logano dives 3 wide under Bubba and Kyle Larson, sends them into each other, and then from there Harvick just ran away with it. I think he had almost 5-second lead at one point. Bell, whatever. I'm brain farting. I'm like watching this, making sure I'm updated on this. Oh, there's Jordan Bianchi on screen. But no, Bubba, like, he was screwed by the end with that. But no, that whole deal with Chastain, though, that was not his fault. That was Bell. That was all Bell. But yeah, once Bubba got cleared, he pulled away from that whole battle, and it was impressive to see him do so well. But at the end, you kind of knew that he wasn't going to catch him. It is what it is with that one. I mean, Harvick had such a good car at the end there, and the clean air. Aero is such a big deal overall that they're trying to get rid of at the next gen. But even at Michigan, such a big track, so fast. I got up to like 203 today. You're never, ever going to be able to get rid of that. Let's see what else we got in here. Thanks, IDK. So should we start an Eric Almirola, trend in the chat for IDK, since his poor guy crashed out today? Sorry, I come and attack you as soon as you give me a compliment. Yeah, 206. That's right. There was 206 at one point. I mean, getting back up towards those tapered spacer speeds. I like it. I love that. IDK and John Kruger back to back. Eric winning Daytona. Almirola ain't making it. I don't think so. So I'm going to give you guys a poll right now. It's interesting to see how this is going to go. I'm going to ask which one of these two do you think makes it? Who do you think makes it? And I'm going to give you Blaney and Truex. And poll going up. I'm going to unpin this. And poll will be going up in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Let's see what we got. They're putting up that statistic up there, that metric of graphic of the guys below 17th. It's like they're not gonna make. They're mathematically eliminated from making it on points. Who cares? McDowell supremacy. He'll win at Daytona. I hope so, man. I want to see McDowell make it. He'd honestly run about as well as any of the guys probably in the bottom 5 to 6. I'm getting like my phone blowing up. Make sure I can put in my order for once I go out to eat after this. I'm getting sushi tonight. I think it's gonna be fun. Yes, that is a haircut. I love it. Yeah, it is a haircut. It is a haircut. What if that one more winner is one of those two? Well, then one of them makes it for sure. Suarez paint scheme. Well, it was amazing. It was. It sucks that he wasn't able to run up front towards the end with it. We are seeing a huge swing, almost 200 votes in. We're seeing a huge swing for Blaney, 66% versus Truex, 34. Oh yeah, Godzilla rolls are pretty good, but so are Alaskan rolls. I'll tell you what, I have two that I like right now. In the chat, I want to see you guys. Give me your favorite sushi roll that I should order tonight, and then in the next minute or two, I can send in that order. We'll keep going here for probably another 10 to 15, and then I'm gonna scoot on off. And on top of that, I haven't been able to keep up on the street race, but I heard it got moved off of NBC for like CNBC or something. I love how now everyone's just giving their favorite sushi roll while we're rolling with the poll. So I'm like checking. Oh, let's see, Kyle. It's like the bottom line has it here. It's like kind of covered, but Kyle Larson with his 12th top 10 of the year. That was pretty good. Let's kind of analyze a little more of the finishing order here. Eric Jones with another top 10. I think this is a very big missed opportunity for that 43 team. But they still bring tons of speed each and every week, but it's just they cannot close out the deal. And some of those early season problems are going to be really hitting them this part of the season. But by the way, I'm looking at some of these ones y'all are given, and there's some good options here. Oh, my mom is watching right now. Okay, y'all are gonna see my order right now live. Shrimp fried rice with a California roll and Alaskan roll, and surprise me with the third one. That's awesome. I've never in my life ordered food on a live stream, but thanks, Mom. That was awesome. Yeah, surprise me with the third one, whatever your choice is. I'll pay you back. That's awesome. That's so cool. All right. Oh, I see they're doing the compilation right now in the post race of Keelan and of Keelan Harvick and Kevin's daughter. This first, I think it's Piper Harvick is her name. That's awesome. I love when they have some of these drivers' kids get on there and just have a good time. Just good moments overall. I'm gonna end the poll, by the way. Blaney is the one y'all think is gonna make it. It's even, man. Liam Griffin 218, thank you for the 5, says if I have to pick, it's gonna be Blaney, but I can definitely see it being neither. Also nothing beats a good Alaskan roll. I'm gonna put up another poll because I like polls. Which driver outside of the playoffs do you see winning? Let's see. I'm not going to include those two, by the way, because that might make it too easy for some. But I'm going to put a few in here. I'm going to put McDowell because McDowell supremacy. Let's see who else we got in here. I'm just gonna go down the running order really quick, make sure I got him right. I'll put Jones, and then let's see what else we got. Honestly, this is kind of hard because there's a lot of good guys underneath the cut line right now. But if I had to choose, we're gonna go Brad K. How about that? All right. So which driver outside the playoffs do you see winning? Bubba, McDowell, Jones, or Brad K? Let's see what you guys think. Roll with this. Brad finished 15th. They were up front for a little bit, but it wasn't too crazy. Geez. I forgot Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon's been such a no-show this year, though, that it's kind of hard to pick him. He finished 13th. He finished right there with his brother, 14th. But he had some great research, but it's kind of hard to really judge him as someone who's a top tier guy who can make the playoffs and win. Yeah, he can win Daytona, but any of these other guys I listed off, Bubba, who's currently just absolutely running away with the pole. could win at any of the coming tracks before Daytona with the speed they've shown, especially after getting the top 5 at Indy, showing he can do well at a road course. McDowell is great at road courses. He's a great super speedway driver, and he's talented, so he'll do well at a short track, I'm thinking. Eric Jones has shown speed, and then Brad Keselowski is one of the most prolific drafters that we have in the field right now. Yeah, McDowell Supremacy is a little meme that we have on my channel and the podcast, which, by the way, podcast this Wednesday night on Danny B Talks channel, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, episode 199. Then we got the next week, episode 200 on Eric Estep's channel as well. It will be on cannot speak. It will be on at 8 p.m. So be sure to watch those. Those will be really fun. Full season 5 playlist is on my channel too. Does Blaney and Truex miss the playoffs? Very, very possible. Very possible. What is wrong with Byron? What is wrong with Byron? He finished like 12th. Honestly, compared to what he's been doing the last couple of weeks, probably a lot better. How could the 12 and 19 not make it? A 16th winner that isn't them. You know, I think the big question is if Kurt Busch can't be cleared. I know they keep saying every week, oh, he'll come back this week. Oh, he'll come back this week. As someone who's had concussions before, it's not that easy. It is not that easy to come back from them. And Kurt Busch very well could come back next week or could be gone the rest of the season or retire. Like, it's very possible. Also, yeah, like Blue Jimmy 48 fan said, also don't forget the NWP 400 on IDK Players channel August 23rd. It's a Tuesday. We're going to have Next Gens at Daytona going into the weekend of the Daytona cutoff race. It's going to be really fun to see there. You know, so there's a lot of interesting stuff coming up. You definitely don't want to turn away at all. It's going to be crazy on the track. It's going to be crazy on YouTube. It's going to be crazy everywhere, man. By the way, like that like button. Let's get to like 200 likes or so before we get off today. Is Jar Jar here? I don't know. Maybe Jar Jar was here earlier. I haven't seen him in the chat, though. L Race, no Harvick post-race fight. Well, you know, he did win. That kind of helps him stay in a better mood. I'm a Truex fan. I don't blame you, man. I remember in 2007 as a junior fan how it felt being on that bubble. And even then, we didn't have like the quick, you know, elimination of somebody else winning. So I feel for you. I really, really do. We're going to end this poll right now. Bubba Wallace wins. Which driver outside the playoffs do you see winning? Bubba got 58%. Eric Jones with a solid 25%. McDowell Supremacy with a 10%. 10% knows what's up. And then Brad Keselowski with a 7% on this poll. So we're going to end it there. I got a lot of you guys pointing out Ty Gibbs getting top 10. That's big. That's big long-term. Has long-term ramifications. Noah Coleman, 2012 and 13 were nerve-wracking as a Gordon fan. I can imagine. You know, I bet 2012 was nerve-wracking as a Kyle Busch fan. Totally surprised Harvick won. Feels like a fluke. He's washed up. I don't think he's washed up at all. I think he's had bad luck this year. He's ran well with subpar equipment. The Fords have not been as good as the Toyotas and definitely the Chevys this year. And Kevin Harvick has been pulling way above the pay grade of this team. I've been defending him all year, basically, all summer especially. So I'm 100% think Harvick could be a round of 8 contender. And once you make it there, you could win the championship, honestly. Iceberg, did you see Bubba's post-race interview? He looked like he was going to cry. I like his passion. I like it too. And again, like I said earlier, he's having the passion of, you know, he had a great finish and he's upset with that because he didn't win. Not he had a good finish or he had an average finish and he's upset he didn't get a good or great finish. Like a lot of those interviews, you'd see him all dejected with himself. You know, he's finishing 14th. And it's like, okay, that's great, but there's 13 other guys that get interviewed. But he's finished top 5 and top 10 4 straight weeks. He's the most consistent guy in NASCAR right now. You got to hand it to him. You know, I've been very, very critical of Bubba the last year and a half, and he put that on his shoulders with signing with a team with good equipment. But he's finally walking the walk these last couple weeks. It's just too late into the season, I think. Just like last year, honestly. Last year he ran a lot better at the end. Yeah, Austin Dillon, top 20 with RCR, first start. Uh, Pretty solid run. You didn't hear about him, which is probably really good because that means that he didn't do anything wrong. Most people's first starts, if you hear about them, they're doing something wrong. Uh, Solid top 20 for Corey LaJoie again. He's not going to be in the top 30. He's not going to be in that conversation. He is not making the playoffs this year, but it's good seeing him have solid top 20 runs outside of super speedways. Um, let's see. Kyle Busch fan 18 production says you need to make a Kyle Busch video about his terrible luck recently. I might. Him and Alex Bowman both have been off, but Bowman finally righted the skid. Just 4 races out of the playoffs, got a 9th place finish today. A lot, for the most part, other than Larson, the Hendrick guys were MIA for 90% of this race. I think it was because of the caution coming out late and good strategy, but Chase Elliott was outside the top 20 much of the race. William Byron was about how William Byron's been since his win at Martinsville. And then Alex Bowman was like in the top 15 to 18. Not too great. But no, I see someone saying this isn't going to age well about LaJoie. LaJoie, like, mathematically, I don't think can even make the top 30, so he's not going to make the playoffs. He can win, but he won't make the playoffs, is what I'm more saying. Let's see. Lewis Hamilton coming to NASCAR. That would be pretty cool. I think that would really open up NASCAR to a more worldwide audience, and that's something that they're really trying to do. Let's see. Again, you guys keep saying Harvick's having a bad season. He's top 10 in points before even before this. So I don't see, like, it shows right now that people just look at the playoff cut, like the playoff winners, and think that's a good season. There's guys like Denny Hamlin who are around 20th in points that people are thinking he's having a good season when he's not. But guys like Kevin Harvick, Ryan Blaney, Martin Truex Jr., people think are having a bad season. I don't. As someone who enjoys good consistency in racing, I don't understand that mindset. By the way, we hit 400 concurrent viewers. Thank you guys so much. Over 200 likes. Click that like button as we finish off here in the next couple minutes. Napa Racing Fan 927 says, I still can't believe Byron has just one top 10 in the last 15 races. Jesus Christ. Nah, I don't. If he's 37 back at 30th, I still don't see him making it. I mean, LaJoie, yes, he can make up a bunch of points at Daytona, but so could any other person. Hedging your bets on Corey LaJoie making the top 30 is very, it's risky. I'd say that. Yeah, Chris Buescher had a fantastic 2016. That isn't a Camaro, it's a Chevelle back there. But it's a nice car. It is. I'll let my grandfather know you like his car. Let's see. I thought your super chat went through, Groovy Goose. Either or, it's still good to see all y'all in here. All good, Dallas, all good. Truex will win next week, and then Daytona will be a wild card. Daytona's gonna be a wild card either way, man. It's technically not my Chevelle, but my grandfather lets me have it in the background because it's parked in his garage, which I'm in. Truex might do well. He might do bad. Truex has been bad at all his good tracks and good at all his bad tracks. So he might be up there. All right, we're going to do about 4 or 5 more minutes, and then we are definitely heading out tonight because I have some people to meet, people to see. Watkins Glen wildcard race, I don't think so personally as much anymore because guys like Tyler Reddick have a win. Chase Elliott's always going to be good there. Kyle Larson's always been pretty good there, especially last year. Still want Kyle Busch to win to save his ride. I mean, I don't think a win is necessarily going to save his ride. I think it's just a matter of getting everything behind the scenes settled. I mean, Kyle Busch he had a good season that's kind of, going downhill pretty quick. Oh, that's right. Yeah, real quick, NR88, Kimi Räikkönen is going to be in the Project 91 car at the Glen. So that's going to be pretty cool to see. But No, I think you see what Ty Gibbs is doing, and Joe Gibbs has all the leverage. They might do a 1 year deal, but I think at the end of the day, uh, I think at the end of the day, Ty Gibbs gets that 18, whether Kyle Busch signs another year or not. I think that 18 is going to be Ty Gibbs' ride long term. And a lot of you guys in the chat, I see a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of people in general at the track that don't like Ty Gibbs. Get used to it. Like, that kid's going to be up front a lot. Daniel Shell, thank you for the 2. Next Gen saves another dying track. Michigan. Yeah, the crowd was pretty good. Infield was sold out, and if I'm not mistaken, the infield, I think it's about like 20 to 30,000 in the infield, probably another 40,000 in the stands. It was honestly, it was larger than the crowd I remember being at Michigan in 2016 when I was there last, in the infield, I should say. It's definitely bigger than last year. And I have a special place for Michigan. First race I ever went to was 2006. Got to see a Casey Kane rain shortened race. My favorite guy finished third. It was the first, me and my dad went to that one. My mom's first race was the next year, which was really cool going to a race with both of them. And then me being a juniors win in 2012 as an Earnhardt fan was a dream. Are you like Dale Jr. as the lead announcer? I mean, I'm biased as a junior fan, so yes. But I think Rick Allen's a better lead announcer. And he should be a lead announcer. That's his role. Junior's role is the driver analyst. And that's where I think he should be. Josh Balicki, Richmond W. I doubt it, but that would definitely shake some things up, at least silly season-wise. We'd have to keep a lookout if he did that. Chad analyst, I like that. Should yellow line rule go completely or tend to go? I am a firm believer of abolishing the yellow line rule. Let the drivers police themselves. Of course, nowadays that's probably too dangerous to allow to happen. Richmond, I mean, yeah, a lot of people saying Truex could get Richmond. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Junior gives a panic attack. Yeah, he's like, oh, we got a car on the ball. He did that today, and I was like, oh, Jesus. I don't know what the hell is on TV on USA right now, but I'm going to turn it off. So, they got SHR engines to help who? Cody Ware top up. Yeah, I don't see Rick Ware getting up there, but it would be cool. Even if he did win, that would be pretty cool. Can we get on Eric for saying SHR isn't good? Well, he has good reason to say SHR isn't good. Other than Harvick, they haven't been. I did a video this week about why Ford has been struggling, and they have. But like Steve Wittard said, they're making us all eat crow. Bring back the X pipes. I would love that for the super speedways. That sound is just immaculate. The snake in the grass show. Ugh. All right. I think that's gonna do it. Sorry if it's been a little too quick. It's been about 40 minutes. So thank you guys for coming, and we'll definitely be on next week. We got Richmond, Watkins Glen, Daytona. I think I'll be live right after all those races. It's gonna be really fun. But thank you guys so much for jumping on today, and I will see you next week. Be sure to vote on the poll. But later.